the verdict was announced in a much less serious case, and a parking fine was imposed on Marilyn Monroe, the young actress soon to be America's most famous beauty.
I think Judge Griffith was right in penalizing me. I don't really believe in ignoring traffic citations.
When Dimaggio started dating Monroe in 1952, it seemed like a match made in heaven. Our greatest ball player and Hollywood's sexiest star. Marilyn had made more than a dozen movies by this time, mostly in roles that showed off her gorgeous blonde looks. Like Dimaggio, Marilyn had been married once before as a teenager. Their marriage took place in January of 1954, but was destined to last less than a year. From the day they took off for their honeymoon in Japan, the couple's every public move was captured on film. Marilyn had no problem with the camera. That was her business. But Dimaggio was basically a shy private person who disliked media intrusions. His baseball career had endowed him with a charisma he didn't want. And now he found himself escort to a woman who could draw a crowd in any city in the world, a circumstance he wasn't comfortable with.
She went overseas to entertain the troops one year with Bob Hope, I think. And when she came home, she'd just gotten married to Joe D, I think. Anyway, she said something like, Joe, you can't imagine what it's like to have 50,000 people stand up and applaud you. And Joe said, yes, I can.
Marilyn did know how to take the chill off a Korean winter for the soldiers and Marines stationed there. And when she sang Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, the troops knew she wasn't talking about baseball diamonds.
I hear that you're getting to be quite a cook, too. Joe says you can really broil a mean steak.
Well, I'm learning. A little slow, but...
Joe didn't come along with you, huh?
No.
Did he see you off in Hollywood last night?
Oh, yes.
Do you expect to return with him to the World Series?
I wish I could, but I'll be finishing this picture when
the World Series...
yes. I've never seen the World Series, and I would love to, but we just can't seem to fit the schedule together.
Well, you brought your hairdresser and your drama coach and 4 men from 20th Century Fox. All this and no Joe, huh?
Dimaggio disliked seeing Marilyn in movie roles with overt sexual themes. He was even ill at ease during the filming of The 7-Year Itch, Billy Wilder's innocent comedy starring Marilyn and Tom Ewell. Even if he did not begrudge his wife her career, he had a low opinion of the entertainment industry. He worried that Marilyn was being exploited by it. When the movie was released, it went against his grain to see Marilyn promoted in provocative fashion. In the end, there were just too many differences in temperament and taste and lifestyle for Joe and Marilyn to live under the same roof.
Miss Marilyn Monroe and Joe Dimaggio are presently having differences which they have brought about a separation. Miss Monroe has decided to file an action for divorce in Southern California, and it will be on the usual and ordinary grounds of mental cruelty. There will be no property or financial disputes between these parties. Both of them regret the necessity of the action, but they feel that it is inevitable at this time.
After the divorce, Marilyn married once again, this time playwright Arthur Miller. But that marriage ended in divorce in 1961 as Monroe's career began to slip and her emotional problems worsened. Dimaggio stayed in Marilyn's corner, but his moody and reclusive nature was hardly the perfect foil to her compulsive need of love and attention. And yet they saw each other, and there were even rumors of a possible remarriage. And then came Marilyn's death from a drug overdose in 1962. Her apparent suicide at age 36 was a crushing blow to Dimaggio. As one observer put it, his worst defeat in a lifetime of triumph. He stepped in and made all the funeral arrangements. He limited the mourners to less than 30 close friends, including his son on leave from the Marines, and he barred the usual crush of celebrities. With the same dignity he imposed on the funeral, for many years, reportedly, he sent fresh red roses to Marilyn's grave. And then he stopped because the press found out about it. Both his gesture and its withdrawal perhaps suggest the true depth of Dimaggio's feelings about Marilyn.